everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie from the Farmhouse Mom, and in today's video we are going to do a farmhouse dining room refresh. I'm so excited for this video, and I'm so excited and proud of myself that I got this project done. This was one of these projects that I had purchased the foam and most of the materials almost a year ago, and it just was sitting in the dining room and in my office half done, and we were just tripping over it. You know what I mean. You know those projects that you think are going to be so great and you start them and you run into a bit of an obstacle and you just stop doing the project. That was one of these projects. So the original material that I purchased to complete this project was a very thin material, and it wasn't quite the color that I wanted. So that was my major roadblock in completing this project. But I was at my favorite thrift store, the 25-cent store, and lo and behold, I found 2 batches of upholstery fabric. So the first one that I'm showing you, that gold, I really wanted to do that gold material because I thought, oh, that will look very mid-century, but I didn't have enough. I only had enough to maybe do 4. And the brown checked material was just kind of an afterthought. I just was like, I'm not going to leave this here for 25 cents. I'll make a curtain. I'll make something out of it. It was hanging out on my clothesline, and I just was looking at my table. I was looking at the fabric, and I thought, this will be perfect. I've really been making an effort to really try to find my own style, and instead of just kind of copying things that I see online or copying things in magazines, I'm really trying to create my own style that makes me happy, create a beautiful home for my family, and something that I just feel cozy and content and happy in. And it is a struggle, let me tell you. It's not as easy as it sounds. I have tried several things that have not worked out great, but I am going to still keep trying, and I will tell you guys, I nailed this. This turned out and it looked so beautiful. Again, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so glad that we did it, and it looked so good. So I can't wait to show you. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to let you know it took us about 5 or 6 hours. The foam that I'm using right now, I will link that below. It's Go-To. That's the name of the company, Go-To Foam, and it's the 2-inch height, and I did the 24 by 96. That cost me $28.32. Our beautiful mid-century Duncan Phi table with 8 chairs I got for $100 off of Facebook Marketplace. It's been very frustrating for me, as I've mentioned in previous videos. It's been really frustrating for me because you have to be on Facebook Marketplace all the time if you're wanting to find a good deal. And sometimes it just gets a little tiring to be on Facebook all the time. So I kind of have taken a break from searching for things on Facebook. Every once in a while, I'll get back on and try to find something, and then I'm just frustrated. But anyway, I got this for $100. It was really beautiful. The fabric was only 25 cents, and this was $28. So I feel like we did a very budget, beautiful project for under $150. We also did not have any tools, and so if you see what I am cutting with, these are some mid-century knives. I wasn't doing that, just to be cute. It was really the only thing that would work. So I tried scissors. We did have like a turkey electric knife. That's what I had seen online that some people did, and I was like, no, I am not going to use an electric knife. So I just used this beautiful serrated knife. It's my sourdough knife, and it worked so good. It cut the foam beautifully. So I will go step by step if you are wanting to reupholster something and you don't know how to do it. I have done it before, but it has been a long time, and I'm not sure I've ever done dining chairs. So what we did was trace out each of the bottom of the chairs, the wood part, just to make sure that there wasn't any discrepancy in size, which I'm very glad that we did, because the captain chair was a little bit larger than the other chairs. And don't mind all of the foam everywhere. And I do have a pro tip: do not wear black as you're trying to do this, because you will get foam and fabric all over the place. And I don't know if my regular viewers notice, but I have upgraded to an actual camera. I'm not using my iPhone anymore. And after about a week or so of trying to learn it, I feel like it's doing very well. I'm very pleased with the quality of the video. I think it looks really good. So after we cut out all the foam, I needed to decide what pattern I wanted to show on my chairs. So there, as you see, there's like a dark brown stripe, and then there's also a little bit of a dark charcoal. It's almost like a black, dark gray stripe. And even though I had quite a bit of fabric, much more fabric than the original fabric that I wanted to use, it took a little while to decide. And this is what we wound up with. I felt like there's dark in the front where your legs will rub, and a little bit of darkness in the back. I felt like this would be great for a household with a teenager and a 5-year-old, and also a husband. I think if you have fabric that is not such a large pattern, you have a little bit more to work with. But because this was such a large pattern and we wanted each chair to match, we did have to use a lot more fabric than you probably, would have had to if you were using like a smaller floral pattern. And so I checked, double checked, and triple checked to make sure that each cushion was laying in the proper spot, that they would all look identical. And then I first just made a large cut around everything, and just, there's nothing worse than cutting something and then it's way too short. So I cut that out, and then we had 6 large swatches of fabric to work with. I always forget to say that I upload every Tuesday and Friday, and I would love for you to subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. When I first started trying to do this project about a year ago, I tried out a 3-inch foam, and that was ridiculously large. But the 2-inch, if you are looking to refurbish some dining room chairs, the 2-inch was perfect because it gave you a little bit of cushion, and it still looked really nice. While we were pulling the fabric, my tip is it doesn't need to be really tight. We first started pulling it really tight because we were afraid of it just moving around too much, but just like a nice little bit of pressure really kind of just like wrapped it around and made it really nice. The most difficult part was the corners, and like everything I do, I Googled it, and I got on YouTube and I found an awesome upholstery channel that showed you how to do the corners. And I will link that below because I'm not about to spend the time trying to explain the corners. We did, 6 times 4, we did 24 of them, and I'm still not quite sure I did it correctly, but I think it turned out really nicely, especially, for amateurs doing it. I think it turned out really nice and looked nice. We really love living in a house with an open concept, open floor plan. I know that it's probably coming out of vogue right now. It's not really in fashion. Those things do come and go, but I don't think it matters. I think you should go with what you like. I am in the kitchen a lot. My husband and I both work from home, and we are not the type of people just to go off in our different rooms. We all genuinely enjoy being together. So it is really nice for us just to have that large section that we can be in different parts of the house, but still all be together. Okay, here is our before and after. What do you guys think? I really love it. I feel like it has a very neutral look. I feel like it could be in a French country home. I feel like it could be mid-century farmhouse. I was really kind of scared of the large pattern. I'm not necessarily a plaid type person, but a viewer in my farmhouse living room makeover suggested throwing those different fabrics in, and I think it looks really, really good. So part of the challenge living in an open floor plan is creating those separate spaces. When you have 3 rooms in one, it's very easy for those rooms to meld together. So if you start with functionality, which is always solves problems for me. If you're looking at the function of the room, that will lead you to what type of design choices you can make. For ourselves, we have a very structured life with the farm, with the goats, with our milking schedule. So our outdoor farm activities definitely dictate our schedule, but because we work from home and we homeschool, we also have a very strong schedule inside the house as well and workflow. We generally start our mornings very early. We're in the kitchen. We go off to our respective school or work duties. And then in the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, we are solely in the dining room. And then after that, we move into the living room. And so we are able to enjoy each part of our home with this open concept floor plan. And I really love the added touch of the new chairs. I feel like it pulled everything together and I'm really loving it. Thank you so much for stopping by the farm today, and I will see you on Friday. I hope you have a great week.